Hello. Oh, hold on. There we go. Hello. I hope you're doing well. It is I Lost Wolf. Yesterday, when I left you, we had made a character, but we made a character by doing the intuitive method, which is what I call it when you step through the questions and you answer them as if though you were the character that was going to be playing the game. There's another way of making a character, which is more video gamey, where you work out how the actual system works and then you build towards the kind of character that you want to make. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building towards making a mage, just so that I can show you the process. And I'm going to show you how the setup works and the kind of things that you want to look at and look for, and then we're going to carry that specific character through the game, I think. But it is going to result in questions where, or in answers where I don't necessarily agree with the actual answer to the gypsy's questions. So that's kind of what we're going to do. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of my homework. I didn't get all of it done. There's one thing I need to do is I need to annotate the big map because we know a lot about what's going on from the geography section of the manual, but we also know a lot about the um, map from the runic script that is on the actual map already. This is a great deal of information that we already just have, and that is what we're going to be looking at today. So let me start by doing some housekeeping. Housekeeping, keeping the house free. Uh, then, oh, hang on. Oh my god. I nearly missed a trick. Okay, let me do this. I also need to go and fish up here. Okay. So let me show you the homework that I've been doing. Let's start there. So as with all of these games, one of the cardinal things that you need to do is you need to make a list of notes. And I started making a list of notes. That's the first thing I did. And the list of notes is basically going to guide us through the game. So the first thing that we have here is this. And this is just some of my gleanings from the manual. We've got, and it may be difficult to see, I should have increased the size of this text a little bit. Let me do that now, because it may be difficult for you to read. And then let me just spread these out a little bit. There we go. Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little bit more pretty actually while I'm here and we're talking about this. Let me just do that. I should have done this way back in time, but I got sidetracked by the garbage, so let's merge this. Where's merge? There. And then center this. And I was using, oh, not that color. Oh my god. Pressing all the buttons there. Let's do this. There we go. And now this is a little bit easier to look at, I guess. Oh, hang on. What? Why is that like that? What are you doing? Oh my god. Yes, and yes. Okay. cool. So we've got the city name here. We got the profession. We don't know what virtues are aligned with all of these. Oh yes, should be you. I think this one is just spirituality, but I'm not sure. So I'm not going to label it until we know. Because that was the one that was most clear in the manual from the stuff that they were telling me. The other thing I have is I have a keyboard reference here for how to play the game, obviously. I made some mild notes about what we need to know. Like, for example, I might forget that you can yell giddy up and whoa. So I just wanted to make sure that I had that noted down. And then I also have a spell list here. Now you can see that the spell list is not complete because I reread everything that we read during the manual reading sessions, and I just picked out what I could from what they were telling me. Sometimes I'm not sure that I got the number of things correct. Like, for example, here, quickness says to do 2 clumps of blood moss to 1 part sulfurous ash and get ginseng. And so not all of the recipes were uh, as precise as that, I guess is the best way of putting it. And so I don't always know if we've got the correct amounts for everything here, but it's fine. What we'll do is, what we will try and attempt to do is, as we get a magic user, or we will probably play a magic user, we will make all of these at least once, and we'll note down what we learn about each thing, and then we will use that as our base for what we're doing. There were no MP requirements in any of the listings for any of the spells. So we are going to have to like make each of these at least once and then cast them at least once so we know how much MP we need to blow to get something done in any of these setups. Not all of the spells had incantations. Oh, that should be victim, not victim. And I guess that if I did that there, I probably did it everywhere. Because I just copied. Okay, I did not. But yeah, so there are also indicators in the game that tell you, oh, some of the stuff is active. So this J stuff and this N stuff and this P and Q stuff is what that's all about. The one thing I did not do, and I was in the middle of doing it when I ran out of steam, because setting this up took a fair amount of time because it's basically rereading the manuals. I got through some of the map, and I got through filling in some of the map, but I didn't get through filling in all of the map. So that's one of the things that's part of the homework that I just have to do that I haven't done yet. So I will get that done. Let's get. I'll hide that. Let's get the game up and going very quickly. Yeah, let's get the game up and going very quickly. Ultima 4, not Ultima 3. Oh my god. I still don't understand why this is not displaying in VGA. It's weird to me, but oh well. I will take it. So I want to initiate a new game. We're gonna call this guy Lost Wolf as well. We'll just overwrite what we have, that's fine. We're going to be male. And this is a little bit nicer than what we were seeing yesterday, but not much. I'm gonna zip through all of this. Again, I'm not sure why this isn't displaying in VGA. Okay. So, here's the thing, right? For this particular game, there's a very specific kind of character creation system. And if you wanted to build towards making, like, for example, a magic user, what you would do if you were gaming the system, which we're going to do here, you would want to game the system in ways that gave you most of the points you wanted in the character class that you were aiming for, because each character class is somewhat tied to a specific stat, right? Some of them need 2 stats, but most of them need 1 very high stat. and one stat that's slightly lower to get functional. So when we look at these two, spirituality and humility, right, what you want to do in this specific case, because we're going to make a magic user. Oh, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Yeah, sorry, I'm dumb. If you wanted to make a magic user, then what you'd want to do for the character creation formula that people have worked out is you'd want to head towards more honesty. So the bard that we got was very close yesterday because he just had all the int that we could muster. Now, of the two that we have there, spirituality and what's the other one? It is humility. The things that the thing that is frustrating is that humility contributes nothing to anything. So this is actually a dead-end question. So when it asks us the humility question, we don't want to answer the humility question because it doesn't confer any stats at all. But the problem with this is that spirituality here on the left-hand side, it confers strength and dex and one int. We want the int out of that, but the rest is just not useful for us. So we're going to answer spirituality. Become an acolyte in a spiritual order. And that would give us... Okay, so I think that I'm correct in understanding that A and B align to spirituality on the left and humility on the right. So we're going to pick spirituality. And we're going to pick no, we're not, because honor actually gives us intelligence. So we're going to pick honor here. B. We got justice and sacrifice. Justice gives us intelligence. So we want A. And then we want honesty and valor. Honesty gives us 3 and we're going to go honesty. So we're going to go A. And here we've got justice and honor. We want to just keep on going. I'm going to take honor here because both of them give dexterity, but sorry, both of them give int, but honor gives strength. So I'm going to pick honor here. And then honesty and spirituality. Honesty gives us 3 int, so we want A. And then honesty again, because that gives us more int. And then our path is chosen. And when we arrive now, so one thing that's immediately apparent is that we're in a completely different place. When we started yesterday, and I should have actually booted up that game so you can see what I was talking about with the clue book. When we started off yesterday, so a couple of things happen when you make a character. You get a couple of starting attributes. So we've got MP, which is actually worse than the guy that we had. He had 26 MP. Yeah, the other guy that we had had 26 MP, but as a bard you wouldn't be able to use the MP quite as effectively. And then we got some strength and we got some dexterity and intelligence. And the intelligence here is what guides how strong we are as a mage. And then we got level 2. We've got 200 HP, which was less than the 300 that we had as a bard. We got hit point maximum, which is 200, and we got less experience. So when you make a character in Ultima 4, it basically seals your fate with regards to your stats. It confers a bunch of items to you. In this case, we got a staff and cloth. We got nothing else in our inventory because it just puts us into the game, and that's where we start. And it gives us an experience amount, but it also dictates where we are in the world. So if we took the big map and we looked at where we are, because that's sort of important here. Where's the map? I'm gonna show you the map. I've got it somewhat filled in, but not well filled in. It's very difficult to tell where we are. We're at the edge of a peninsula. I think I know where we are, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Yeah, I think I know where we are. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom us in, and we're gonna figure it out together. So if we look at this map here, the small map that we have, we're at the edge of a peninsula. There's another island due sort of south of us. And that makes me think that on the big map, the class map that came with the game, we are here, which you can see I've made notes on the map itself. You might not be able to read them because this is not going to pick it up very well, but you can see that we are on Verity Isle, which is, it seems correct because when we looked at the manual, Verity Isle was where the Lyceum was and where the mages are. So this seems correct. Okay. We can always check this out by just walking the isle itself and seeing what we can see. There's a little bit of forest to our north, which may make this not correct. But the only way we would know is just to walk to the north at the top over here and just see if this all lines up. And that's maybe the first thing that we're going to do. So let me just game scene us here. So one of the things that I have is I have a patch installed that lets me save anytime. I'm going to do that now. In fact, the easiest thing for me to do would be just to bail on the game itself, because it will save. So if I go Q, it will save, and then if we just come back, that's the safest thing to do right now. Because we want to preserve our starting position with our starting food, because food is very important, as always in all of these games. So we're going to journey onward. Okay, let's find out if I'm correct about what I'm thinking is going on here. So if we go due north here, oh, interesting. That isn't where we are. I'll tell you why I think that. Because there's a land bridge here that shouldn't be on this island at all. So I think that I am incorrect and we are actually elsewhere. Where is a bunch of nightshade on the big map? This map is not very good about telling me where nightshade is. That makes me think that we're somewhere else. Okay, let me restart the game. Unless there was a town right there. Let's just walk into the town and get the name of the town. This is going to be a little stoppy and starty until we kind of figure out what we're doing. So we're going to enter this town. We entered Moonglow. Okay, that's good to know. So I think I know where Moonglow is. Do I? I don't think I do because I don't think I've mapped it out yet. Okay, so I have a whole separate different map. If you look at the upper right hand corner over there, I've got this whole separate different map that is the map of the world, but it's computer generated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can figure out where on that map we are, because that will clue us into where we are on the big plus map. Oh hey, I was entirely wrong. Oh, weird. Maybe that is correct. Oh, maybe that is correct. Okay, sure. I had it right. I was just looking at the wrong part of the big map. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just check my reasoning. Exit. I think I'm correct, because I think south of us. I'm not stepping on these tiles to the south of us, because I think that's actually poison. That's swamp. So I don't want to step on that, because that would cause us pain. Where's my food amount? It's on the left. Okay, good to know. Alright. So let's actually enter into here. Because now I think I know where we are. I'm just going to annotate that on the map that I have. I mean, I think I'm strictly speaking correct. I could be very, very wrong. Let's make a layer. I've forgotten how to do this. It's been so long since Ultima 3. And then in the layer we will draw a shape. And the shape will be a rectangle. You can't see this, I'll show you this eventually, I'm sorry. And the shape will have a yellow outline. And now I can just draw it right, that's correct. Yeah, there we go, okay, perfect. I think I want to make it by like 100 by maybe 30. Let me zoom in. Oh god. There we go, okay. So that is... I'll show you this like a little bit later on. I want to make this like 10. Oh, 10 is still too big. Really? Okay, make it 8. 8 is still too big. Oh, maybe this map, the map that I have is just too big. I won't save this. I will actually fix this later. But suffice it to say that I've mapped Moonglow onto my list of maps. So, alright, here we have this person, right? And in the manual, they... incidentally, the reason why I've got stats up so much is because I'm very paranoid after playing Ultima 3 about the idea that when we are in a... not a town... Oh, this guy's freaking out. He is totally freaking out. The speed for this game must be too fast still. Oh, we've cast spells because I've dropped my MP down by accident. Oh no. Yeah, we should restart this in a second. Actually, let's restart now. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. This is a disaster, and we haven't even gotten out of the first town yet. Also, I should add, before we actually get going here, Journey Onward, yeah. Okay. Z? Oh yeah, I did actually somewhere cast a spell somewhere along the line. I don't know how, because I don't think I have anything in my inventory. Huh. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, right, so we're in a town, and per the game's instructions, the first thing that we need to do is talk to everyone. So if we go talk and we go direction, you meet a tall mage, your interest, and then you go name, and he says, I am Calabrini, your interest, John. I beg greetings from the fair city of Moonglow, and then we can say health. I beg greetings from the city of Moonglow. Dost thou seek an inn or healing? No, I'm good. No. Perhaps the shrine which lies on an island, isle to the north? Yes. So now we ask about shrine. And this is kind of what we need to do. So every time we encounter someone telling us about a shrine, we need to ask about it. So we ask about the shrine. That I cannot help you with your interests. He just told me about the shrine at last. He just told me about the shrine. So, job? I bear greetings of the Verity Isle. No. Yes. Oh, okay, cool. That I cannot help you with. Okay, so we've learned that there is a shrine which lies in an isle to the north, but we don't have a boat yet, so we know that there's a shrine north of Nornglow, north of Moonglow. That I cannot help you with. Your interests, he's fine. So, Ryan, he really isn't going to help me with this. Okay, cool. Okay, so we've learned there's a shrine due north of here. Talk. You meet a battered mage. Your interest. Name? He says, I'm Tyrone. Your interests? Job. I used to search for the blue stone. Your interests? Stone. The stone of honesty is found in an altar in the dungeon of deceit. This is actually a useful piece of information, and we're going to mark it down in our notes. So we know now. This is the wrong thing. Where are my notes? Why did I close my notes? I was stupid. So we've learned in Moonglow. We've learned that there's a blue stone. We need to ask about stone. So I'm gonna just list off item ask about. This is ask about stone, blue stone. And the blue stone is use. It is the stone of honesty is found in an altar in the dungeon of deceit. The stone of honesty is found on an altar in the dungeon of deceit. So you can sort of see how this game is going to work, right? Just immediately from these two sets of conversations. We need to ask everyone about everything. And as we ask everyone about everything, we learn a little bit about the world and we can connect up the dots for what we're doing. So he's telling us that the stone of honesty, and honesty must be one of the virtues. And I assume, though I'm not sure, that honesty is tied to the mages. But we don't know that yet. We can't actually peg that to them quite yet. But because we know this little piece of information, it's telling us a couple of things that we need to go and do. We need to find the Dungeon of Deceit. We still don't know where that is. We need to go find the stone inside of the Dungeon of Deceit. We need to bring it back out because it's part of the little all-consuming main quest that we are doing. So we need to ask about the stone of honesty is found in the altar in the Dungeon of Deceit. We'll search. Now, when people ask you questions like this, you just need to be honest. So we're going to say yes. No, you say yes. No, it's uses. And okay, cool. So uses that I can help you with. So when they were on the back of the box telling us they're full-blown conversations, they were kidding, because this should have followed up, right? It really should have, and it didn't. Here we are. Welcome to Ultima 4. Our interest is in the Dungeon Deceit. Oh, I spelled that incorrectly. Really? Okay. Stone. D-E-C-E-I-T. Yes. D-E-C-E-I-T. See, here, and when they were patting themselves on the back of the box, it was because of these conversations, and this thing that should have happened here immediately is this guy should have told me about the Dungeon of Deceit, because he was looking for it. So anyway, health. They are fading. Bye. Okay, cool. So we've now learned that there's a stone. We've now learned that the stone is in the Dungeon of Deceit, and we've learned that we need to go and pick it up. So now, because we've learned this piece of information, one thing that we could do is we could ask everyone else about it. So if we talk about the stone here that I cannot help you with, and the seat here, he might have had extra information, but you know, it's just, this is where we're at. So let's... One other mild problem that I have with this specific system is that it doesn't actually tell you who you've talked to. So this guy is probably the guy who was down there in this house, but we don't know, so we have to just talk to him again. So talk to... Oh, okay, here we go. You meet an elderly woman. She says, I'm Cosima. Name? She just told us that picture. She says, I'm Cosima. Good job. I'm an alchemist. I know how to mix the best reagents. So, okay. One thing that I'm going to teach you very quickly, immediately here in Ultima 4, is that because... Oh, I see it chopped off the ear of Lost Wolf. That's fine. One thing that I'm going to teach you very immediately about Ultima 4 is that because these were made for 8-bit systems, things like full sentences don't exist as far as this parser is concerned. You can type the first 4 letters of anything and it will give you an answer. So if we just type Reag... Oh, sorry. Dost thou know how to best mix spells? And then we say, no, I don't, because I'm a fledgling mage. I've never done this before. You say no. The secret's in the reagents, your interest. And now if we do Reag, which is kind of what I wanted to do, it will tell us about reagents, because as far as the cursor is concerned, you can go as far as the 4th letter and then stop. A sleep spell actually requires but 1 part spider's hook. So that's interesting, because that wasn't actually made clear in the manual. So sleep spell... Oh, the manual says 2, so it is just 1. Okay. Sleep. That I cannot help thee with. Okay, so health. Tired, so tired. Deceit. Stone. Okay. I'm gonna not trust her for a minute. So we're going to list this as... I've got it listed as ×2 in the manual. I'm going to list it as ×1 in my notes, just in case. Because the manual might not be correct, but we won't know until we've mixed it for ourselves and we've learned. Okay, so bye. Get out of here. Talk. You meet a regal paladin. He says, I am Cromwell. Your interest? Name. Job. I speak of the virtues of honesty. Your interest? Honesty. A few honest men are better than number. I think that should be any number, but yeah, then numbers. Sure. Dost thou strive to be honest? Yes, we are striving to be honest. So every time these sorts of questions come up, you get dinged if you don't answer correctly. Yes. Then you will need the mantra. Okay, so this is actually interesting. I think he's going to teach us the mantra of honesty. Okay, so if we ask him about the mantra, The mantra of the Shrine of Honesty is AHM. We need to know this, actually. Okay, so this is our first mantra. The way this game works is you need to attain the highest level of honesty you can get. You need to go to the shrine, you need to say the mantra, and at the end of the mantra's meditation, or at the end of the meditation of the mantra, at the shrine, when you're saying your mantra, you then earn that virtue, right? And that's kind of the fulcrum around which this game is built. Now, we have a very first start as a mage. We're going to be great when the game is over. But right now, because of where we started in Moonglow, which is an island. And the rest of the world is just not available to us because we're on an island. And we have to wait for a little while until either we get money, because I think that you can buy a ship, or we find a pirate and we overpower the pirate and we take their boat. Either way will do. But for now we're trapped on Verity Isle. And so this piece of information may not be very useful to us until we've at least achieved a boat. So there's a fair bit going on in this game in terms of little side missions that you need to do. It's not quite as cut and dried as Ultima 3, where Ultima 3's whole game plan was amass a lot of money, go to Ambrosia, get your stats, come back out and beat the game. That was the whole game plan for Ultima 3. Ultima 4 is a lot more involved. Okay, so he was talking about the fact that he was a paladin. We should ask about that. He can't help me with that. He's a paladin, but he can't help me with that. So, shrine? He can't help me with that either. Deceit? He can't help me with that either. Okay, so bye. Okay. Now, before I continue onward, one thing I do want to say very quickly is that the virtue system is hidden from you, so you never quite know how you're driving, which is wildly frustrating. In order to figure out what's going on with your virtues as stats, you have to trek all the way to Lord British's castle. You have to ask Seer Hawkwind for your stats, and then he will tell you what's going on, and then you can proceed from there. Okay, so go. We want to talk to this person. You meet a mystic wizard, your interest name. He says, I am rebellious, your interest, job. I live an honest life, and his health. I've been better, your interest, mantra. We need to ask everyone about the mantra all the time that I cannot help you with, and we need to ask about deceit too. Okay, can't help me with that either. Can you tell me anything about the stone? No. What I really need to do is I need to start making a keyword cloud of things we need to ask. But at the moment, none of the stuff that we've seen seems specifically useful. Reagent, no. Spells, no. Okay, I think we're done there. Here's a door. It's blocked. We shouldn't try and pick this lock because we will lose points in our virtues. I'm not going to talk to the guy at the end. Here's a chest, and if we try and open the chest again, we get into trouble. We get dinged for opening the chest, so we're going to talk to this guy. You meet a young mage, your interest name. She says, I am Mariah, your interest, job. I seek adventure, your interest. Okay, so, in Ultima 4, one of the things that you wanted to do is you want to fill out your roster with 7 other people. And if you didn't make a mage like we made a mage, you would want to pick up Mariah because she is a mage. I think that there are 2 companions for each virtue. One is sort of terrible, one is sort of okay. I don't remember. I might be misremembering entirely, and it might just be 1 person per profession. And some of the reason why we are specifically making a mage to get through this game is because every mage that we encounter is worse somehow. At the end, when we tally up their stats, they will have worse MP or they'll have worse intelligence than the main character can ever have. So that is kind of why it's going to be hard mode for a lot of the game until we encounter a fighter of some persuasion. But once we find a fighter, we'll be all set. If we'd stuck with the bard, we would be on the main island of the game. It'd be a lot easier to unlock all these people, but we are on a little island in the middle of nowhere. So when we get ambushed, it's going to be so difficult. But yeah, okay, so she is an adventurer, and if we didn't have a mage, we could ask her to join us. And if she said yes, then as long as we didn't do something that upset her, she would be our primary mage. Quite good. And then chest. Oh, she can't tell us about the chest that's due south of her? Interesting. Let's ask about the deceit. Stone. Mantra. I think that's it. Why? If you ask her to join, I don't think she'll say yes. She says, I cannot join you. You're interested. Okay, so she can't join us specifically because we are also a mage. You meet a bouncy jester. He says, I am Deke. Your interesting name. Job. I am earning an honest living. Jesting. Your interest. Jesting. I love a good jest. Dost thou? Yes. Again, we need to be as honest as possible. You say yes. We ought to exchange jokes sometime. Your interest. I don't know. At this point, there may be a joke that we can encounter that we can bring back to Decker that might open up more of the conversation with him. So I'm going to make a note that in Moonglow we encountered a jester. And we asked him about jesting, and he asked for a joke. So as soon as we know what joke we need to bring back, we will probably do that. So we need to know about help. Very good. Deceit. We can help there with that. Mantra. Stone. Okay, cool. Fine. Oh my god. I didn't realize that was just out. Okay, this is magical herbs, that's very useful. We could actually pick up the sleep spell and test it out here, because all of the things that you need for sleep are fairly innocuous, and we could just get them and check it out. So one thing that I did want to point out very quickly is that if we look at our intelligence, it is 28. When you double that amount, you get 56, and that's why MP is at 56. So we are going to talk. You meet a wise wizard named There Shakespeare. Good job. I create tales of honesty. Tales? Honesty. Remember, there is no terror in threats, for I am strong in honesty. Okay? We need to... Oh, okay. Dost thou strive to be honest? Yes. Beware, yes, beware of corruption, no interest. Oh. Okay. Getting on. We want to know about deceit. Mantra. Stone. Do they know a joke? No, okay, fine. You meet a tall mage. His name is Browning. Oh, I wonder if he's Father Browning. Interesting. Is there a Father Browning? I might be misconstruing this person as Father Brown. Hold on. Yes, I was completely misconstruing him. His name is really Father Brown. I was thinking of two different separate things. Your interest, your armor. I strive to live an honest life. Honest. An honest soul need remember no lies. Have thou never lied? Now, I have lied. So, to be honest here, hast thou never lied? I have to say no, because it's true, I have lied. No. Truth never hurts the teller, your interest. And I want to know about his north. Good matter. Deceit. Joke. Okay. Stone. Okay, cool. So, I'm gonna save here. Save? Oh. I was told I could save. Oh. I can't save here. So, I'm gonna look. Where's my list of keyboards? I was pretty sure that I could look at people. Oh, I can't. Okay. Oh, yeah, I can't. Okay, sure. So, in this game, I don't know if it's this person. Yes, it is this person. It just tells us. Right. So, oh, we started off with ginseng and garlic. Okay, cool, that's good to know. A blind woman turns to you and says, welcome to the magical herbs. I am Margot. Are you in need of reagents? Not right now. But the thing about Margot is that she is blind. And she's going to give us prices for reagents. And if you wanted to tank your honesty, you could give her the barest minimum of coin that you can, which is always 1 gold piece. And she would give you the reagents, no problem. But, as I say, to do that, you would tank your honesty. We're not going to do that. That seems a bit of a rude thing to do in a game that's about being virtuous. So I'm going to try and, where I possibly can, just live with the prices that she sets on items. So let's find out what the list of reagents is like. So there's a shop in Moonglow. Okay, the reagent shop is run by Margot. And I need to make a note here that she is blind. So we need to be honest. Okay. So, yes, let's find out what the prices are. She has sulfurous ash, ginseng, garlic, spider silk, blood moss, and black pearl. Okay, we're not going to buy any of these because at the moment we're just interested in food to get going, and maybe a weapon. Not that we can do much with weapons because we are a magic user, but we want to know the price of all of these. So she's got sulfurous ash. Stock. I'd have to clean up my notes later, but for now, she's got sulfurous. She has ginseng. She has garlic, spider silk. She has blood moss and black pearl. Hold on, does she really have... Oh, I missed something. Didn't I? Got sulfur ash. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. I was miscounting. I thought I had 5 things, but I've got 6. Okay, so what's the price of sulfur ash? Very well. We sell sulfur ash for 2 GP. How many do you want? No. Let's see. Then anything else? B? Yes. B? Ginseng is 5 GP. No. Yes. Garlic. 6 GP. No. Yes. Spider silk. 3 GP. No. Yes. Blood boss. 6 GP. None. Oh, sorry. Margaret says perhaps another time then. That slowly turns away. Yes. I need the price of Blackpool. 9 GP. No. Okay. So here's another little side quest that we are going to have to do. We're going to have to make money so that we can make at least 1 copy of every item in the spell list, so we can figure out if the spell list that we have is correct. There's some things that we're not going to be able to make immediately. That's okay. Not too stressed about it. We just want to figure out what the MP cost is for things, and we want to figure out what the reagent cost is. So that's the thing that we're going to have to sort of play with. I will be back. I'm at a 10-minute break. I will see you shortly. Okay, I am back. Hang on a second, I'm gonna drink some of my drink. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so we know kind of what the prices are for things. Let's... No. Okay. Let's... I think this is exiting Dew's house talk. Maybe knowledge of she says I'm Inko or Inu. Oh, it's Inu. Interesting. Interesting job. I am a fortune teller. I can read palms. Palm? Your palms tell the fortune. Your fortune. Give thy palm. Dost thou wish to know thy destiny? Yes. A great quest will lead thee into the abyss where the codex awaits. So she's telling us about move this down a lot. Like maybe down to 100. I don't know how much gossip there is going to be. But this is also very important. It's a piece of information that we did not know. And we have the gypsy. She told us we give our palm. Okay, this is kind of important. She probably doesn't know about the codex, but we can ask her about the codex and the abyss. But we don't know that she knows anything about these things, so... Health. I predict I'll be fine today. Your interest? Stone. Deceit. Okay. Bye. But we've learned another thing that we need to ask about. Oh, there's a healer here. That's good to know. Talk. You meet a dying wizard. A young wizard. Your interest name. He says, I am Shazam. Your interest. Child. I am the apprentice, the great wizard, Nigel. Interest, Nigel. I will soon need to use the spell he calls Recall. Hast thou met Nigel? No. Because it's true, we have not. You say no. He lives at the Lyceum. So... we asked him about his job, right? He told us about Nigel. Who knows? Recall. The spell recall. Oh. Okay, actually, hang on. I'm going to be about 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Sorry. Sorry about that. That was more like 9 minutes and less like 4 or 5. Okay, let's try that again. He told me about the Lyceum. That I can help you with the seed. Stone. What was that thing? Fine. Bye. Okay. We don't need healing, but it's good to know that they're here. What is the price of healing? Welcome unto the healer. Harmony says, peace and joy be with you, friend. Are there in need of help? Yes. Curing, healing. Okay, so they can do all three of the things. There's a distinction between curing and healing, as we learned in the manual. Curing is when you are poisoned and they heal your poison. Healing is when you are in dire need of health points and they give you health points. Resurrection is someone who's dead and they help you with that. So I want to know what the price of curing is before we do anything else. I asks, do you need more help? Oh, who is in need of... who is in need... Oh, it's one, and then thou suffers not from poison. That should be suffer. But I assume that because they couldn't... they used generic strings for this, and because generic strings are just generic, whenever they see the word suffer, they added in suffers just in case, so that's probably what's going on. Do you need more help? No. In that case, she's just not going to help me. Harmony says, may thy life be guarded by the powers of good. Okay, so I think this is out again. So I'm not going to do that. Let's go to the east here. Oh, talk. You meet a meek shepherd. He says, I am Patrick, a humble shepherd. Your interests name. He says, I'm Patrick, a humble shepherd. His job. I'm a shepherd. Your interest, health. Pretty good. Your interest, shepherd. He can't help me with his own profession. Really? Okay, stone, mantra, deceit. A joke? Does he know a joke? He does not know a joke. Okay, so I guess spy. Oh, Sage Deli. Thus we do need to know about. Welcome to the Sage Deli, Shazam. A shaman says, good day and welcome, friend. May I interest you in some rations? Yes. We have the best adventure rations, 25 for only 25 GP. So it's 1 per GP. That's not too bad. I think we're going to get... No, actually, I'm not going to get any. So there is a food store here, and we do need to make a note of that. Rations, that's 25 GP for 25 rations. We don't know if we're going to find cheaper rations. That's okay, we'll probably just explore around and see what we get. West, you meet an elderly woman, your name? Oh, that's Casima, right. Okay, so interest. Job. She's an alchemist, right? And she can... we actually talked to her about everything that she knows. Okay, so this is a very narrow town. Talk. You meet a hunched, insane-looking man. He says, I am Daranor. Your interesting name? He says, I am Daranor. Job. I move the sun. Your interest. Health. Health? Sun. The moons are my enemies. Moons. When I die, the world will end. Do you believe my story? I don't know. No? Idiot, you must think I am insane. Your interest in moons? Yes. Then we must follow the moons, your interest. Okay, follow. Okay, well, why? So this looks like a very small town. Yeah, it looks like a very small town. Because this seems like the extent of the town. If I go, yeah, okay. Let's save. And oh, people. Oh, town. Okay. Okay, so this is the Lyceum. We got told to try and meet a person called Nigel here. So that's sort of important. Okay, so talk. You meet a sleepy guard, your name. I am a guard, your job. Guard the gate, guard the baron, guard the baroness, watch the towers, your interests. Gate. Baron. Baroness. Tower. Oh, that's a very weird job. Yeah, so it's guard the gate, which we asked about, guard the baron, which we asked about, the baroness, and watch the towers. We didn't learn anything there. Health. Very sleepy. Okay. Fine. Lyceum. The stone. The Vatra. Does he know a joke? Bye. Talk. Name. I am a god. Job. Oh, okay, so he's going to give me the same responses. Talk. You meet a stately wizard. Your interest name. I am Timus. Job. To welcome me. Your interests. Health. Very well, thanks. Lyceum. The shrine. The Vatra. Nigel. Does he know a joke? He does not. Okay, so welcome. Yes, welcome to the Lyceum, the Keep of Truth. Know ye how many cities follow the principles of truth? I don't. But I think it's just one. No. Travel and learn. If I'd said yes, he would have asked how many. So there's a guy at the Lyceum. We asked him about welcome. And he asked how many cities follow the virtue of truth. We didn't know. He told us to learn. Okay. So, what else do we know here? City. Okay. Does he know a joke? He does not. Why? What are these things here? Blocked. Oh. East. Funny, no response. You meet a person lost in thought. He says, I'm a truth seeker. Your interest? Name? I'm a seeker of truth. Job. I seek the truth. Health. I'm in a meditative state. Truth. The principle upon which I meditate. Meditate at each shrine 1, 2, for 1, 2, and 3 minutes. Then shalt thou know the path to goodness, your interest. So he's told us an important thing here. Truth seeker. We're asking him about truth. And he told us to meditate. Okay, so we probably need to meditate at each shrine 3 times in order to get anything about that. Then shalt thou know the paths of goodness. The paths of goodness. Right. Mantra. Start. Okay. Go. 5. He says, I am a truth seeker. You're interested. That was the guy to my west. Interesting. Name. Job. Interest. He turns away. Oh, okay. He walked away from the conversation. Your interest, truth. Oh, he's giving me the same. Okay. Okay, bye. They're going to give me all the same answers, I think. Again, locked door. And I don't know if we should go through the door, because I don't know if we can open. Can't. Yeah, there we go. You meet an old druid who looks strangely familiar. He says, I am Father Antos. Father Antos is from the last game. In the last game, Father Antos gave us the ability to beat Exodus. So him being here is not terribly surprising, I guess, although he should be on a planet somewhere far, far away. But it's cool that he's here, and I guess we're going to see this sort of thing all the time. Your interest? Name? I'm Father Antos. Your job? I hold great knowledge. Your health? I've seen many quests. Old and frail. Okay. Art thou on the quest? Yes. May thou succeed. Okay, so he said quest. He also said knowledge. What is it you seek? Your interest? Truth. Stone. Matter. Lyceum. Deceit. Does he know a joke? He does not. Does he know where Nigel is? No, he does not. Okay. So, bye. And again, we can't get in here. This is the observatory. Oh, it's opened. Okay, sure. Button. Britannia Observatory. Talk. Says, I am Palamar, your interest. Name. Job. I am an old wizard, but have much to show. Health. My bones ache, but my mind is sharp. Wizard. That I cannot help thee with. Go. Here is my telescope. Search there by the end. Thou shalt find a knob. Okay. Dost thou see where? No. Look, you're interested. Okay. So, knob. What else do we need to ask him? Let's ask him about observatory. Joke. Okay. Deceit. Mantra. Stone. Fine. Okay, so he was saying that there is a knob somewhere here. Maybe we should search. You see a knob on the telescope marked A to B. You select A. Oh, these are all the towns. Okay. Okay. I guess this is good. I don't know how helpful this is. I think A is probably Castle British. I don't think it's Lyceum. It doesn't look like it. Not so far, anyway. B? Yeah, these are places that we haven't been into. Okay, so I don't think that this is helpful because we can't put names to any of these places. So let's go this way. But that's interesting to know that it's there. Rob a bet, okay. You meet a bodyguard, your name. I am John. Your interest is job. I guard the throne room. Okay, so your health. A bit tired. Your interest is throne room. The throne of truth. Truth. There are 4 towns that follow the principle of truth. Okay, so that actually answers this question. So, okay. No which, no. Okay. There are 8 possible combinations of the 3 principles. There are 8 cities. Your interest. Okay. So this is actually interesting. God, John. We asked him about, I think, truth. And he told us that there are 8 cities with... First he told us of 4 cities that follow the path of truth. Then he told us there are 8 cities in total. Okay, I'm gonna actually write what he said verbatim. So he said 8 possible combinations of the 3 principles. Oh, bless me, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that Denise is gonna happen. It snuck up on me, and you heard it. I apologize. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe the microphone cut off. I hope so. 3 principles, there are 8 cities. Okay, so we haven't heard about this principle thing before. That I cannot help you with your interest. And cities? City? Okay, well, I see. Okay, sure. Right. We know about the seat. Okay. Huh. Okay. Stone. You meet a bodyguard. Your name? He is also John. Okay. Bye. You meet a flighty jester. Your name? Is that Jack? Job. To entertain your interest. Does he know a joke? Oh, okay. Jester. Okay. Job. Entertain? Not now. You're interested. Okay. Health. Unhappy. Why are you unhappy? Because my friend Chuckles won't tell me his secret. Dost thou know Chuckles? I don't know Chuckles. Jester. He wasn't Decker. Unhappy. He told us about Chuckles. Okay, so we don't know Chuckles, no. He says he lives in the castle Britannia. Ask him of his clue. Chuckles has a clue. He is in Britain. I am gonna forget to ask this, I am sure. Okay, clue. Chuckles. Okay, Britain. Stone. Lyceum. Deceit. Deceit. Mantra. And shrine. Okay. Yeah. Talk. He says, I'm Skatu. Name. Job. I advise. Health. Well, advised. That would be well advised to visit the seer often. The seer? That I cannot help you with. So he said I think he's just talking about the seer Hawkman. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Mantra, shrine, Lyceum, spell, reagent. Mantra. Stone. Okay. I am Catriona, your interest. I watch the treasures. Very good. Treasures. The treasures are of great value, your interest. Okay. Would you like to tell me more of those? Okay. Join me in reporting this person, please. Because they are bad. In case you guys see it, I don't know if you are going to be seeing them. Oh, they're apolitical fever. What a silly username. Okay. They should be blocked and stuff. I'm going to report them. Here is a scam. Scam. Okay, cool. Alright, so I see him. Does he know a joke? Reagents. The matron. The shrine. Deceit. Stone. Okay, bye. You meet a stately baron, your interest. Nay. I am Robert Frazier, your interest. Job. I rule this province, your interest. Health. Province. My Lady Beth can tell thee more. Oh, interesting. Lyceum. Shrine. The mantra. The stone. Does he know a joke? No. You meet a charming lady. Your name? I'm Beth Frazier. Your job? I rule with my lord. Your health? Well, he said that you could tell us about the province. Our people believe in truth as a way of life and live it to the fullest. Does thou seek the truth? Yes. Then may thou find it. Okay. I see the truth. Wow. She is the lady who guards truth, and she's like, don't know anything about that. Perfect. Okay, so shrine, mantra, receipt, stone. What else can we ask her about? I think we're pretty good. Oh, well, this is unfortunate. Welcome unto the Truth Healer, Starfire says. Peace and joy be with you, friend. Oh, you need help? No. Okay. No. Starfire says, may their life be guarded by the powers of good. Talk. You meet an injured warrior, your interesting name. I am a fighter. Job. None now. Your interest health. My wounds are grievous. I guess he's not going to be able to tell us anything. Yeah, okay. Bye. Name. I find a job. Oh no, okay. I don't think he's going to be able to help us either. Funny, no response. Okay. Name. Ah, okay. I am Nigel. I at thy service. Your interest, job. I teach magical spells. Your interest, health. Good enough. Spells. I have a speciality. Dost thou know what it is? Yes? Yes. What do I call that spell? Recall. Yes. Resurrection. It takes ash. We didn't know this, actually, so I'm going to pull this in. Resurrect. Which is not the same as... Oh, okay. Okay, so it's ash, ginseng, and... Oh, it actually needs more than 3 things? Wow, okay. Ginseng, garlic. I'll have to make extra reagent slots in here, because I didn't realize that was the case. So it's like, make a column after this one, and make another column after this one. So where's resurrect? Yeah, because we need ash, ginseng. Oh, sorry, that's sulfurous ash. What am I doing? Sulfurous ash, ginseng, garlic, sulk, blood moss, and mandrake. It needs all 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me just make another one. Insert. Insert column after. Blood moss should be 2 words, and then it is mandrake. Okay, that's very expensive. Wow. What is the width of this? It's gonna have to be the same. 4.16, so... Oh, whoops. Hang on. What? Are you kidding? Are these all the different words? Oh, they are. I thought they were all the same. That's very strange. I thought it would... So I'm looking at my notes. And my notes have... my notes have... Oh. My notes have columns. And each column is supposed to be the same width for reagent size. Because the longest thing... Oh yeah, there you go. That's way too long. The longest thing in the list of reagents that you can have is probably sulfurous ash. And when I was making extra columns for... Because I don't have a spell that needs all 6 reagents yet. I've just got spells that at most need 3. So when I added in oh, hang on, let me finish this spreadsheety thing. When I added in Resurrect's list of requirements, I needed to make 3 more columns, and when I did that, I just set them to be like 100 centimeters wide, which is dumb because that's way too long. Anyway, it's fixed now, and now we know this. Okay, so there was a guy who was dying. What's his name? Does he know? Oh, I didn't take the dying mage's job down. Oh no, I mean the dying mage's name. That is unfortunate, because I think I need to tell Nigel about the dying mage. Okay, so agents. Spell. Does he know job? I teach magical spells. Okay. Okay, so we've learned all that we can out of that. Yes. Okay. Your interest, Lycium, stone, deceit. What else do we need to ask about? The mantra? The mantra of the shrine. Okay, I think that's about it. I think that was the most important thing that we needed to do. Funny, no response. And I think this is actually the extent of... You meet a person lost in thought. You're interested in name. Oh, okay, sure. So I'm gonna very quickly go out of here. We're gonna enter back in. I'm gonna talk to this guy. Timus name. Job. Welcome. No, how many cities follow the principles of truth? Yes. How many? 4. Oh, really? 4. No interest 4. The dungeon altar rooms need 4 stones each. Oh, that's something we didn't know. Well, we got that by accident. The greeter also said... I need to make him another line. Insert rows below. Greeter. We asked him about 4. He told us the dungeon altar rooms need 4 stones. Okay. Yes. 4. Oh, okay. I guess that's just how that conversation flows. Because I think that we gave him the right number. And so he told us the next thing on the line. Is there any... Oh, I think we're done here. Yeah, I think we're done here. I don't think these towns are super very big. Open? No. What about... Wasn't there a... I don't think there was. There isn't, no. And if I try and go in... Oh, I see. They're guarding the treasure, so maybe the treasure is here. That doesn't make sense though, just from a logistical perspective. Yeah, it does make sense because the observatory is right above. So, okay, cool. I think we need to get out of here. Use? Oh, okay. None. Not a usable item. Isn't there a way I can operate a thing? Oh, maybe I should search. Sorry. Search. Okay. Sure. I guess we're headed out. You meet a person in... Oh yeah, sure. Okay, so hold on. We know now that if we go south and to the west a little bit, here's the Lyceum. I need to copy this. Do I know? Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to do what I was doing in Ultima 3, which is I need to make myself a spare little bit of map so I can actually edit in things. There's a thing over here. Well, I say that. I think this is a moon gate. I'm not sure. I can always go check. Is there anything else? Oh god. Oh no. So I've just looked at the entire continent just to see what's on it. And lo and behold, there's just nothing here. I mean, I suppose, of course. Paint work at me. Again, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm fiddling with the map that I've made. And then we're going to just text into here. We want like a... It'd be helpful if that was in yellow. Like a... Because I don't really have the biggest map. Oh. That is uncomfortable. Because I don't really have the biggest map, what I'm having to do is I'm using the game's shorthand for text. I'm just blopping in. This is Lyceum. Okay, so we're going to do a thing that at the end here that is a little bit dangerous. I am gonna wear armor A, wear armor B. Yeah, sure. Oh, we're so dead. I'm gonna attempt this fight, but we're so dead. Okay. So I think the skeletons are okay. Open. Open, not yet. Attacked by an orc. Okay, so when things flee, we have to let them go. Open. Huh. Oh, it's get chest, right. Who opens acid trap? The chest holds 55 gold. Okay. Acid trap evaded. The chest holds 59 gold. Okay, so let's get out of here. I'm gonna do a thing that is gonna be dumb. Oh. I think we just saw our first moon gate. I think the thing that blinked here was a moon gate. I was unsure because I am looking at a static image of... Yes, I think this is a moon gate. I'm looking at a static image of the map, so I think that this is just a moon gate. Weapons. Oh, I didn't realize this. Okay, that's interesting. We don't know any mixtures. If I press Z for stats, we can go through a bunch of pages of stats. If I go right, I get mixtures. If I go right, I get myself. I'm wielding my hands, which is very dumb. I have no armor. We have torches and keys. Okay, so sure. So I am wearing... Don't have... Really? How did I lose? Oh, I'm... Okay. So I think that I have staff and class equipped. Okay. Okay, so I think that... But because we're reaching the end of the session, I think that what we need to do is be in here. And we need to... Hang on, we need to go here, we need to save. What we need to do tomorrow is... We need to not map out this continent, because I kind of know where everything is on it. Let's see... I think tomorrow's tiny mission is going to be to step to this moon gate, although it's going to hurt because I think this is nightshade or poison. Oh, I actually wanted to test that. Hold on. It doesn't seem that I'm poisoned there. Okay, so this is not poison. I think further down is poison. I'm gonna save very quickly. Oh, I thought that would be poison, but it's not. Okay. I guess that's good to know. Okay, cool. That's all I really wanted to do. Alright, let's get us out of here. I am gonna do this. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. We have now started our game of Ultima 4. I think that, like, I've read up a little bit about being a mage, and it's maybe the most difficult start that you can have, but I think that in the end we'll be fairly powerful, so I think that's all that will matter in the end. We'll do more of this tomorrow. I I think our first major job is to get off of Lyceum Island and just to see what's going on the rest of the world. And since we've seen that there is a moon gate, I think that the first thing we need to study is how that specific moon gate works, so we can get to and from the Lyceum. Because we found in Moonglow that there is a spot where we can just get reagents. It's not cheap, but we can get them. And there's a healer there, so I think that that's probably going to be our main base of operation to begin with. Our secondary goal tomorrow is probably going to be to make as much money as we can, so that we can buy food. And I think that our tertiary goal is to set ourselves up with mixtures of healing, so when we get low in health we can always just heal ourselves. That will be the plan. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Please have a wonderful evening. Please stay safe. I shall see you all soon. Good night for now.